Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing you another educational video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. But before I get into the video, I want to wish everybody a happy new year, and I hope you had a wonderful holidays. I know I did. I just kind of stayed around the house. We didn't go out of town or anything like that. And I just relaxed and recharged a bit, okay? And also, I want to inform everyone that my my training that I do live is updated on my website at this time. So if you go to kmd89.com, that's Kilo Mike Delta 89.com, and click on that calendar link, you'll see all of my training for this month. And I'm going to have that posted every month going forward for 2021, okay? But the two trainings that I have coming up this week on January 7th, 2021 and January 9th, 2021. On January 7th, I'm going to be doing an educational training and going over the PTSD DBQ, okay? So if you're service connected for PTSD, or if you file a claim for PTSD and you get a DBQ, I'm going to be going over that DBQ page by page, and I'm going to be pointing out some important sections that you definitely want to pay close attention to. I did a video on the PTSD DBQ last year, and I did this training, I think it was August 2020 of last year, okay? The second training I got coming up this weekend, January 9th, is nexus statement, okay? So in this training, I'm going to discuss all the what makes up a nexus statement, okay? All the information that needs to go into the nexus statement. I'm going to give examples of medical opinions and rationales, okay? A lot of veterans don't know what a rationale is, so I'm going to provide a couple of examples of medical opinions and rationales, and we're going to go over what needs to go in a nexus statement, all right? A lot of veterans are still confused. They're getting medical nexus statements completed, and they're missing the rationale, okay? So definitely you don't want to miss either one of these trainings. And also on my website, I have other training that I'm doing on other topics, so go to the website. It's kmd89.com. Also, it's in the description section of this video, all right? So what I'm going to be talking about today. Today I'm going to be discussing, do you know what you're service connected for? A lot of veterans think they do. A lot of veterans know, but there's still some veterans that do not know exactly what they're service connected for, all right? And one way to find out, there's a couple of ways, okay? One, you can submit a FOIA request. You can submit a FOIA request and get a copy of your entire claims file. That's going to take a while, okay? Like I said in one of my last videos, it took me, I want to say 11 months, okay? A little short of 11 months, but it took some time. But the way that you can get this information instantly, okay, you can call the 800 number, 800-827-1000, and request a summary breakdown letter. Now, summary breakdown letter is different than the summary benefit letter. The VA just sent out summary benefit letter. I received mine yesterday, and it just gives like your name, your monthly compensation amount, the dollar amount that you receive in monthly, your overall percentage, and if you're 100%, it'll say you're considered permanent total disabled. And then it gives some other information, but that's the summary benefit letter, okay? You want a summary breakdown letter. And in the summary breakdown letter, it lists the percentage, the service-connected condition, and the 4-digit diagnostic code, okay? Now, the reason why this is important, a few reasons why this is important, is because let's just say, hypothetically, you have a veteran, they claim atrial fibrillation, all right? Heart condition. But they go to the CMP exam. CMP exam goes back to the RO. The rater reviews it. The doctor says, yes, the condition is service connected, but it's not atrial fibrillation. It's coronary artery disease. Two different diagnostic codes, okay? So then let's say down the road, 5 years, the veteran goes in and claims an increase. Now in that rating decision, it's going to give the next higher evaluation requirements for coronary artery disease, not atrial fibrillation. In this case, it's just hypothetical here, okay? I'm using this as an example, all right? So the veteran goes in and they're thinking, oh, I'm service-connected for atrial fibrillation. In reality, it's coronary artery disease, okay? And this is just, I'm using that just as an example, but for any condition, all right? Because if you're going for increase, you want to know, do you meet that criteria? And one way to find out, like I said, either get a copy of the FOIA request if you don't have your rating decisions. If you didn't keep any of the rating decisions that the VA sent you, which I always tell people, you want to keep a copy of everything that they send you, and you want to keep a copy of everything that you send them. All right. But the easiest way, if you don't have it, is getting that summary breakdown letter. You can see exactly what your service connected for, the percentage, the diagnostic code. You can go into 38 CFR in the rating scheduler and see under that diagnostic code, do you meet that criteria? Okay. So the diagnostic code is going to give you the diagnosis that your service connected for. Okay. So again, recap. Do you know what your service connected for? And by no means, I'm being condescending or questioning anyone's intelligence. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. So I would just want to say that so I don't want to offend anybody. But do you know what your service connected for? How do you find out? And why is it important? Again, you can contact the VA and get that summary breakdown letter. That's probably the quickest way that you can get, and because they can email it to you. So if you call them 800-827-1000, in the description section of this video, and as a matter of fact, in all my videos, what the information that I have in there is verbatim, how did I go about submitting a FOIA request to get a copy of my claims folder on CD? 2, how did I go about getting a copy of the summary breakdown letter? I have that in the description section of, I want to say maybe the last 10 videos that I did. A lot of people, they call me and they'll say, hey, how do I get a copy of the summary breakdown letter that you were talking about? And I'm like, it's in the description section of my video. Or they'll say, well, hey, how do I get a copy of my claims file? It's in the description section of my video, okay? So it's a lot of information that I put in the description section of the video. But since we're starting out 2021, I think this is a good place for a lot of veterans to start. Now, obviously, if you're not service connected for anything, then you won't have a summary breakdown letter. But if you are service connected and you're stuck, okay, or let's just say even, you're in the process of they're doing a proposal to reduce, okay? A lot of veterans, get the letter, they go in, they've already submitted for an increase, or they submitted a claim for IU, which is a claim for increase for the conditions that you're claiming prevents you from gainful employment, all right? And they went in, and now they're doing a proposal to reduce. You still want to know, one, what your service connected for and that criteria, because in that proposal to reduce, they're going to say, hey, we receive evidence that it was improvement in its condition. And again, that summary breakdown letter with that 4-digit diagnostic code, you have it. So if you do request the RVSR hearing, I did a video on that, and as a matter of fact, I'll link it to the end of this video, okay? You can look at that information, and you'll see, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I see exactly where I fall. But a lot of veterans make the mistake of going and filing an increase and not knowing exactly what their service connected for, okay? Because sometimes you could be maxed out. So let's just say, for example, you service connected for migraines and sleep apnea at 50%. Now, unless you have a surgery and you claim in paragraph 30 for whatever reason, then you can get a temporary 100%. But if not, those conditions max out at 50%. So if you do an increase and you know that that percentage has been in effect for less than 5 years, I'll give you an example. I was talking to a vet. They said, hey, they're proposing to reduce my migraines from 50 to 0%. And I was like, did you have a routine future? And he was like, nah, I filed an increase. Somebody said I could get 60%. And I'm like, okay, diagnostic code 8100. They Google it and they was like, wow, I was already maxed out. I wasn't going to get any more. But since that condition has been in effect less than 5 years and they had exams showing improvement, then they had to give them due process and reduce it. Okay. But again, I use that as an example because if you'd have got that summary breakdown letter and Google that 4-digit diagnostic code, that particular veteran would have known I'm at the max for this particular condition and possibly never would have filed that increase and wouldn't be in that boat that they're in right now. Okay. So that's, one of the reasons why it's extremely important to know what your service connected for and get that diagnostic code. Okay. Now, I just want to reiterate, I have my training updated on my website this Thursday, January 7th. I'm going to be going over that PTSD DBQ, and also this Saturday, January 9th, I'm going to be going over that nexus statement. The training is listed. You can sign up through my website. The website is where? In the description section of this video. And also, I just want to talk briefly about, I've been getting a lot of calls and emails and people saying, hey, we hear the DBQs are coming back. The government has signed, this law or whatever. At this point, my personal opinion, is still a rumor. Even if they sign the law, it's not on the VA's website. Okay. I hope they do come back. I think it helps a lot of veterans. Okay. But again, one thing to keep in mind, if they come back, I think, and this is just me personally, my personal opinion, they're definitely going to be a little bit more stringent with these, okay? They could have verbiage on them that could be different. For example, they could have a box that says, was the veteran's claim file reviewed? If that box is not checked, will they schedule a CMP exam? That's going to be based on who's reviewing it. But like I said, that's just my personal opinion. It could be a few changes. But as soon as I hear more, or when they do get updated, if I see something, I'll do a video and inform you, okay? So with that being said, please like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Please go to my website, kmd89.com. Check out the training, and I'm going to be doing this training and some pop-up training on some different topics throughout 2021, so you definitely don't want to miss it. So hope I see you in one of those training. If not, I'll see you in one of my next educational videos. Thank you.